All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. Crystal's here with some kittens. We're going to show you what we're doing here. Hello to those who have showed up. Let's see, Eric Madsen's here. Bill Letty's here. Um, Eric says, I love animals, especially dogs. I'm a dog guy. I love cats too, but more dogs. All right. Hey, we're dog people too. I mean, Pee Wee.
Yeah.
We got five. Bill Lay says we work with a setter rescue, doing transport, fostering, and adopting. Awesome. Yeah, that's what we do. I mean, right? That's we're not a rescue. We're support. We support a rescue. We transport. We foster. We help adoptions. We've adopted dogs to Shane Freud, who's one of the accidental donors, famously adopted two of our dogs. One of our very first ones, Mojo, one of our very first fosters. He adopted Mojo, a German Shepherd mix, and then about a year later, he adopted Sadie, who was a boxer. Boxer mix.
Like that, yeah.
Adorable. She was so cute. So anyway, there you go. So thanks y'all for joining us. We appreciate it. We have launched a GoFundMe campaign, and the link is down in the description of this video. And it's and we'll be sharing it as well, because the whole idea is raising funds for these kittens. They're expensive. I mean, we've had 2 vet visits that cost over $500. So, and we're not done yet. We're not even close to done.
Well, anytime we start with another set of animals, or like right now it's kitten season, we always know something's coming when the weather gets a little bit warmer. We realize how many other people are out there helping with other rescues, involved in other rescues, who have adopted from rescues, volunteer, transport, familiar. So obviously, even just the circle of support for people who kind of understand what's happening on a daily basis, and many people who understand that, I mean, you never hesitate to do what needs to be done, even though it may not necessarily be what you signed up for.
That's right. That's right. Yesterday, I spent 4 hours driving, taking 2 cats up to Gwinnett to get spayed and neutered. Their community cats. So when you watch our, Stogie did a great job editing our video on our GoFundMe campaign. So when you watch that, you'll get the entire story of what's happened. I mean, we basically started with this mama cat and a bunch of kittens, and we're going to introduce you to those kittens. And that was April 18th, I think. It's all in the GoFundMe campaign. It lists everything. And we started with them, and now they're big. Now there's, so now they're 7 weeks, almost 6-7 weeks almost.
Getting there.
So Eric says I might foster a dog someday, but I must remember not to get attached to the animal. Yeah, listen, you always get attached.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still, there's animals that I fostered that, I follow through with, or I stay in touch with the owners, or, yeah, I mean, you got to realize when you give those pets away that you're fostering, it opens you up to save more dogs, because rescues can't work unless they have fosters, right? The foster, you're the one that saves the animal, because let me tell you, our rescue, TLC Pet Rescue, the one we work with, the dog rescue we work with, if they had an unlimited number of fosters, they'd rescue an unlimited number of dogs. The number of rescues is capped by the number of fosters you have, because someone has to take that dog in and socialize that dog, let it decompress from the shelter, let it get used to you, and socialize it. Then you have to go to the vet, and you got to get spayed or neutered. Then it's ready for adoption. That could be a month, that could be 2 months, right? Sometimes it's longer. So but it's a great process that everyone should foster an animal, because it's really wonderful. You can foster a cat. How easy fostering a cat?
That's a slippery slope.
Bill Lay says this past Thanksgiving we fostered 7 I assume you mean Gordon Setter puppies, and managed to only keep one of them.
Good job. Well done.
There's Wilhelm. Here's Claude Sally. How are you guys doing? So, yeah. So, okay. So we're gonna start showing you some of the kitties that we've got. Now these are all up for adoption. They will be spayed or neutered before they go, but you can wherever you are in the country, we can get it. As long as you're in the continental U.S., Delta Animal Rescue Transport, who we work with, will fly the animal to you. And what happens is a Delta. I take the animal to Atlanta Airport. I meet a person who works for Delta who's on their day off, and they jump on a plane and go wherever. They've gone to Oregon. Scott Gavin in Oregon adopted. They've gone to Maine. They've gone to Salt Lake City. They've gone to Philadelphia. So Baltimore. So we can get a cat anywhere in the country. So there you go.
So the ones that we have down here are going to be the oldest kittens. That's from the first litter that we pulled. He said we pulled from it was a crowded shelter that was Tift. I think we got them from. And the mom has always been very nice. She's still a little, she's getting used to being inside of a house. The vacuum still scares her. She still spooks every once in a while. Has always been a wonderful mom. Wants to be pet. And first thing she did is she meowed at us, but it was like a chirp. It was one of their purr chirp meows. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, so we went with the bird theme for her litter. This is important because when you get to 15 kittens, you got to kind of just figure out how to tell them all apart. So her litter of 5, we named her Phoebe. So Phoebe Bird. And then we have Jaybird and Wren and Starling and Thrasher and Cardinal. I have down here with me, I have Cardinal and I have Jaybird and I think I have Starling.
Wilhelm, I don't know who says spay and neuter doesn't work. I don't understand that. That makes absolutely no sense.
Usually breeders.
Spay and neuter is the most important thing. That's why we're spaying and neutering cats all the time. It's the best thing you can do to control the population. So anyone who says it doesn't work is lying to you.
One of the biggest benefits of getting animals out of the shelter environment, being able to get them into a house, especially when it's a little chaotic like ours, constantly has noise. We have dogs and we're cleaning and everything else, is we now have cats that literally have not moved. I literally have kittens in this and they have not moved. Since I put them down here, they're totally napping, just waiting for me to tell them what's going to happen next. So this is the big benefit. They're very, very socialized. They love people. They run up when we come into.
Wren is always crawling up my leg.
Yes, immediately wanting attention.
Oh, is this Starling?
So,
right? No, that's Starling, isn't it?
Starling?
I think so. With a bit. Nope, I think that's Starling.
Let me see.
What?
So hard to tell because we have 3 gray cats.
Yeah, 3
that have very small differences.
Look at this kitty.
Like they go from light, medium, and to dark. So that is most likely Wren.
You think this is Wren?
Or well, let me check
I don't
this
think
out.
so. I think it's
so Starling has the most distinctive spots. Here, hold him up.
Right.
Hold him up. Yeah.
Right, this is Starling.
Show him the belly. Show him the little Starling belly.
Starling belly. Here we go. Starling belly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Say hi.
Starling, I love you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these grays were always. They're super crazy now because Alec's closet has been turned into.
I have a walk-in closet, so it's basically like our master bedroom, and then the master bathroom, and then on the other side is the walk-in closet, which is my closet, and Crysstal has turned that into like playland for kitties.
Yeah, it looks like Chuck E. Cheese.
I can't even walk in there. Oh, now here is
that's
Jay. This is Jay because he's a chunk. You're the big
Jay's
one.
the biggest one.
This is Jay. Want to say hi to your public?
Hello.
There's Jay. So this is Jay.
Hey guys.
So there's Kelly. Hey, Kelly's watching. Kelly is is one of our pets. That is our pet sitter, and she came over and fed all the cats earlier. And there's Shane Freud. Shane is the one who adopted Mojo, and then Sadie. He's out in Seattle. He's one of our dear friends. So hi to you, Bob Ferrara. How are you? Yeah, that's exactly it. Is now the cat cave. Jay, what are you up to? Huh?
Because you woke me up.
I'm sorry. You won't. Let's show me. Here's Jay. Oh, what?
Hello.
Like what? What am I looking at?
A lot going on.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot for me to get into trouble with.
That's Jay. Here's Dale Simpson, our good dear friend. Yes. Oh, who's this? Is this Cardi?
That is Cardi.
This is Cardi, short for Cardinal. I call her Cardi C for Cardi the cat.
They're all boys. Every single one.
All
of
them are boy
birds.
cats.
All of the birds are boy cats.
All the birds are boy cats. Okay.
And their
Cardi C.
mother, Phoebe, is also going to be up for adoption. She is beautiful tricolored. I think that's a tortoise shell.
What? So this is Cardi C.
Bright green eyes.
Cardi. Right. Now Cardi is spoken for.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Cardi is going to Scott Gavin, who adopted Maze last year. Or maybe that was the year before. I don't know. I think
year before.
Is that the year before?
It's all
oh my gosh.
Hi. But we
Cardi.
do have
but we have another one. We have Thrasher.
We have a blonde, the blonde or orange.
Right.
A little bit bigger.
Mm.
That's Thrasher. And it's always funny that I might be projecting a little bit, but we name them when they're kind of just tiny little bundles that can barely do anything. Hi, Eddie.
And that's itty bitty, our miniature German Shepherd.
Not a thing. Not a thing. Eddie wants her. Eddie wants her 2 seconds of fame. Hello.
This is itty bitty.
But these kittens have kind of picked up Thrasher. Perfect name for him. He's the one where I was going, Thrasher. The most prominent escape artist among the birds was Wren. He's the one who got out.
Wren's the first one.
The first one who got out.
A week ago, climbed over the wall. I'm going over the wall, and he went over, and I put him back in, and he immediately popped back up. So I had to create like a cardboard lip on top of the little fence. Okay. Idiot. So anyway, all right, let's see who's so here's Kelly. Yeah, that was itty bitty. Here's Pee Wee. Pee Wee's been very needy lately, haven't you, Pee Wee? Huh? Have we been needy lately? He wants to be in Daddy's lap all the time. My 3.5 years. Yeah, that's right, because you got Mojo. You came out for the October 2019 film shoot and spent all your time at our house with Mojo, who we were fostering at the time. And I love Mojo so much. I'd come down every morning. Mojo would be in the crate. We have a big piece of furniture. It's huge. It's like 10 feet long. It's segment two segments, a small little segment for Pee Wee, and then a bigger segment for the two Cheweenies. But Mojo was in that section, and I'd come down in the morning, and he'd pop out and just go right into my lap and start licking me. He was so awesome. So that's one of Shane's dogs now. Pee Wee says, "Say hi back, Pee Wee." Hi, Shane. Yeah, that was a good time. So, okay, we got, who else do we got in there?
Those are 3 I've got.
Oh, those are 3? Okay. So those are the cats. And this is all about, right, we have 15 kittens here.
Yeah. So,
right? And they'll come in waves,
yeah.
Right? So this is the first wave are the birdies, 3 gray ones and 2 orange ones, a light orange and a darker orange. The dark orange has already been reserved by Scott Gavin, who's one of our big donors, adopters. So we're going to try and get the other 4 adopted out, and then behind them will come the next wave, which will be the ones that and the moms, of course, Phoebe, who's just a sweet cat. Oh my God.
Such a nice girl, and chirps. And she's getting so much better about asking for food. Like, it's funny, they get more comfortable in a house, and you start to see all the little personality quirks. She'll stare at the bowl if it's empty, very forlorn, very sadly. She's getting picky about food, but in a cute way. Like, no, I want this one today. So we actually, because she's a feeding mom, like we really do give feeding moms as much as they want.
As
They,
much
they,
food
they
as they
can
want.
have, especially when you're at 5 kittens and they're all growing. These ones are obviously about to be weaned. We're little by little so that she doesn't have anything go wrong. Little by little. Yeah, Biscuit. Thank you.
That's Biscuit, our cat. Boo Biscuit. Our cat.
She's watched these kittens grow up over the past several weeks, and her attachment to kittens when she gets to watch them grow is a little bit different. She starts to see them as playmates. We've only had one kitten who she felt was a usurper and didn't like. But none of these.
Was that Winter?
That was Winter.
Yeah.
She didn't like Winter right away, but she likes. Yeah, she's very fascinated. She's trying to figure out how to play with them now, which is going to be adorable. When you aren't being a murder mittens, could you get down, please?
So, Mystico, how are you? Tell your dad we say hi. That's Jim Ross, our gaffer. That's his daughter, who's basically, I don't know who's like our first assistant director. I don't know what she is.
She'll be running the place in about a year. She whatever she wants.
Yeah.
She knows more than most.
Yeah, better than most of the. Yeah, better than a lot of the people.
Yes,
the people that we've had in that
incredibly
position.
observant when you are around your father, and he's a wonderful man to learn from. We love having you around. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So, so these ones obviously are about to be weaned, and then we have the next litter. That's the ones that started with Moose. We didn't know what to name, so the spare kitten obviously ended up with a Claire. A Claire isn't feral, but she's still very scared, and she's still, not. All of this was done without her consent. She was originally came from wherever she was. She was dumped in a strange place, and then she was put in a trap, and then she was taken to another place, and then she was taken to another place, and then she had babies and doesn't know any of us. So, considering all of that, Claire has done wonderful job of not only raising the kittens that she has, but she's allowed us to handle the kittens and feed her. She doesn't climb the walls, all the stuff that we worry about with more feral kittens.
That's one of the kittens.
So when we got that one and Claire took him in, we named him Chocolate Moose. I named her Claire because I wanted her, can you be sweet? Can you just be a little bit sweeter? It's fine. She can be however she wants, honestly.
His is at me all the time.
Yeah. So, but she does let us come in there. She knows that we're feeding her. She lets us clean the litter box. She lets us clean the blankets. Even right after she gave birth, she let me clean the blankets. She let me move the kittens. We were very careful about all of that. And so it's a lot of it is just in very protective mode, but I think she's going to be a very happy cat. When she doesn't feel like she has to be so protective and doesn't feel so out of place. And we're trying to just give her a lot of time and space to do that. So we named all of her kittens after other desserts. And Alec had a lot of fun with that one.
Tiramisu, cannoli.
Sorbet.
Napoleon.
Neapolitan.
No, Napoleon.
Napoleon is not a dessert.
Yes, it is.
Neapolitan is a dessert.
No, the Napoleon is the pastry. That's what we named it. Napoleon.
Okay,
after
the Neapolitan ice cream.
No, not Neapolitan. Who wants to be named after me? I hate Neapolitan ice cream. It's
whatever you want to name them. I don't care.
Anyway,
that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we are with those. Hi, you're sitting like a little kid with your legs outstretched. That's too cute. Hi, it's too cute.
So we've got kittens. We got kittens in the playpen down here.
Those ones,
little ones,
a couple weeks old and have teeth and are moving.
They're
on
about
to
4 weeks
gruel.
old.
We do not have their mom, but thank God for a Claire. We have one little runt who is a little touch and go right now, and but a Claire has never hesitated to take a kitten that needed a little more care from it. She literally had no problem. So there's times she actually will have 7 kittens with her up there as we let them, but we're trying not to overwhelm a Claire's physical ability to feed. So we're always weighing the kittens, making sure that they're gaining weight, making sure that she's eating and still looks healthy. And if we will continue taking the older kittens that she's fostering for us, and we try to get them to eat the gruel. We have one that's almost there. But again, we have a little runt that the best shot for this little one is to be with a mom who can keep them warm, litter mates, and the kittens don't care. Kittens will take on another kitten, like they were always siblings. They don't hesitate. That's wonderful. But if the mom doesn't want another kitten in there, then we have a problem. Eclair literally does not care. She thinks all kittens are hers.
Wildfish says, I could use some advice on how to recruit more foster families from the community. Really, listen, it's getting on Facebook, it's or Nextdoor or whatever, and explaining to people, what does it mean to be a foster, right? We say, look, the rescue provides you with everything. It doesn't cost you anything. It'll provide you with food and all the vetting of the animal. All you got to do is provide it a place and take care of it.
And finding a way to kind of introduce people to the idea slowly. If they have kids, we have absolutely no shame in saying, what a great experience for your kids to learn.
Exactly.
If your kids have been talking about a kitten or a puppy, you say like, okay, we're going to take care of somebody else's for a little while.
That's right.
And let's see how we do. And if this goes well, okay, there you go. Now you also have help, because the kids want to prove that they can take care of an animal.
Right.
If it's just somebody at home, again, number one concerns are always the responsibility involved, but honestly, getting attached. Once somebody has opened up a conversation about fostering and taking care of rescue animals, their number one concern is getting attached. And honestly, people who know that they're going to care about an animal that much is going to make the best foster, because you will see, as somebody who wants to own animals, as somebody who cares about animals, how important it is to make room for the next animal that needs foster care. That's the next thing that we do. One, we are not going to bring anything into the environment with our animals that isn't to their benefit as well. Our number one responsibility in the long term is going to be the animals that we've already assumed full-time care of and that they're members of our family. So if there's ever another rescue who becomes a foster fail, that's because it does well in our family. It's not something we're just going, oh, I like this one, so I'm going to keep it. It doesn't work like that. It's either somebody that already mashes in with us.
Listen, my favorite cat, Luigi, Luigi and Maria just did not work with Boo Biscuit, our cat. So unfortunately, I would have loved to have kept Luigi, but that's okay, because Peyton, our cat rescue lady, adopted both of them. So
they've been a great place.
We're excited about that. Wildfish wanted to know about Axonar. When's the ETA? Right now, the plan is San Diego Comic-Con next year. That's what the plan is. We've got 10 of 17 actors in the can. We got a big shoot coming up in August, and it's going great. As a matter of fact, Mark Edward Lewis, our director and editor, just moved in 2 doors away. He's renting Crysstal's mom's house, so we're going to get a lot more work done.
Okay. That's good.
All right, so let's see. So there you go. There's your new news about Axonar. And yeah, Dale is the quickest foster fail in history. We rescued a dog at Gwinnett County Animal Control. We met there.
8 hours.
They took him like and they were closed already. So we were like, we can't surrender this dog. It was a surrender situation. So I said, well, can you just foster it for the night and we'll come back in the morning and surrender it then? The next day he was like, oh, we're keeping Trooper. So that was the fastest foster fail in history. It was like 12 hours. So there you go. Everyone, listen, the whole idea for this is we have a GoFundMe going. The link is in the description. Please make sure, I really want to stress, please make sure you are subscribe to our newsletter down there, because we have multiple newsletters. We have an Axonar newsletter. There's one for Axonar dog or Starfleet dog rescues, animal rescues, we're calling it now. But please subscribe to the newsletter. That's the way you get all the information. You get information about Axonar, get information about the studio, get information about our animal rescue. Okay, so please pay attention to that. And then the link to the GoFundMe is in below. If you guys can all go and make a small little donation, we don't care. If it's $5, if it's $10, everything helps. Because with 15 kittens, there's a lot of expenses. There's a lot of food. I mean, we have 2 different types of litter we have to buy. You have to buy a special litter for kittens, and it's very expensive. And when they go to the vet, it's the bills can mount up. So we greatly appreciate everyone chipping in. I saw Tree at Bedford, Dale's. Yeah, Dale. Yesterday, when I went to pick up my studio key from you, Trooper was all over me. He was just so excited to see me. I'm sure he was excited to see, and he's excited to see anyone. He probably doesn't remember me, but yeah, what a nut job, what a goofball that dog is. He's great.
He's so happy.
So yeah, all your dogs are
so
great. So anyway, listen, folks, we are going to get back to taking care of these kittens. We've got to feed them. We got to check in on the little baby upstairs, and everything. So. Thanks for coming out. Please check out our GoFundMe, because we also have a video that we did there that shows you video and pictures of all the cats. So please make a donation there. And thank you so much for supporting us in everything we do. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll be back here soon with Axelar Confidential. And any questions you have, please let us know. Crysstal has a new board of trustees over at this studio. Crysstal is in charge of the studio, in case you don't know. She has a new board of trustees, which we're real excited about. And things are good. We were just over there. I was just there with Mark Edward Lewis, and it was great. So thank you, everyone. Live long and prosper, my friends. And we will keep you posted on what's happening through our newsletter, which you're all going to subscribe to if you're not already subscribed. So thank you so much. And if you have any questions, alec@axelar.com, and we'll go from there. All right, everyone. Take care. Good night.